Hi, I'm Barb Pierson. I'm at White Flower Farm in Litchfield, Connecticut. We're going to talk about planting peonies. Peonies are planted in the fall traditionally because that gives them time for the roots to settle into the soil. We ship our peonies to our customers Bareroot. So they receive a package like this, and when you get them, the best thing to do is plant them as soon as you get them in the fall. So you unwrap your peony, removing the plastic and the moist paper surrounding your Bareroot plant. And you can see when you have a Bareroot peony, there's all sorts of pieces coming off. You have your roots that are very woody looking, and here you can clearly see the eyes. These are your growing points for your peony. You want to plant the peony in full sun, so pick out a spot in your garden where you know you get at least 6 hours of sun each day. Also, with your soil, make sure that you have a little bit of compost in the soil. They like some organic matter. They also like lime. If you know your soil is acidic, add some lime. And basically when you add lime, take some powdered lime and just work it into your soil like this. Nothing complicated prior to planting. Also, if you have some aged manure, some leaf mold, or any other kind of compost that you maybe have made yourself, this is a good time to add it to the soil. And basically, I usually add about 1/3 of the total volume in compost. Very important whenever you plant anything to loosen the soil around the plant because the roots need air. The fall is a great time to plant peonies. That way it's cool, the roots can settle in, and the top growth won't be forced unnaturally by a hot day. I'm loosening the soil about 4 inches larger than the plant itself. And this is the tricky part, which is making sure that you've oriented your peony so that the eyes are pointing upward. I have several plants here, so you can kind of see that they'll look different. Each plant is a little bit different. So you want to get your woody pieces of root pointing down and your eyes pointing towards the surface of the soil. The biggest mistake that you can make with planting peonies is planting them too deep. What will happen if you plant them too deep is that they won't flower. I'm going to place the plant in the hole that I've created, and I think here this looks pretty good. It looks like I can get about 1 inch above the plant and cover it up with my soil now. Making sure that that eye is covered, but that it's not too deep. 1 to 2 inches below the soil is just right for a peony. I always use my labels to mark where I've planted. After you've planted your peony, you may want to put a pine bow over it, and if not, that's okay too. The plant will settle in during the winter, and in the spring it will form roots. Don't be surprised if the first year after planting you don't have flowers. That's normal for a peony. It usually takes a couple of years for it to flower and bloom heavily, so you have to be patient. Peonies really don't need fertilizer. What you want to do in the spring is put another inch of compost over the top and leave the plant as is. An important part of growing peonies is to make sure that you're removing dead foliage. They tend to get botrytis on the flowers, which is a fungal disease. So you want to be sure to be removing all the foliage off of the plant. If you see brown spots, you want to get rid of that old foliage. In the fall, when the leaves fall to the ground, you want to clean up your leaves and make sure that you're cleaning around the plant so that it's not prone to